medical. Now the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. And this is their new hoax.
The world must prepare for a potential coronavirus pandemic. That's the warning from the head of the World Health Organization. Over the past few hours, fresh cases have been confirmed in countries around the globe.
This is their new hoax. We have lost nobody to coronavirus in the United States. The press is in hysteria mode.
COVID-19 is a new virus to which no one has immunity.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
Globally, about 3.4% of reported COVID-19 cases have died.
Well, I think the 3.4% is really a false number. Now, this is just my hunch. Personally, I would say the number is way under 1%.
Because of all we've done, the risk to the American people remains very low.
We can expect to see more cases in the United States.
If you're healthy, you will probably go through a process and you'll be fine.
Do expect more cases.
When you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero, that's a pretty good job we've done.
Just want to report to everybody that thanks to the president's historically aggressive containment efforts,
This is their new hoax.
we have really been able to keep the risk to Americans low right now so that everyday Americans don't need to be worried.
Hoax.
And so the president really deserves incredible credit.
We don't have enough tests today to meet what we anticipate will be the demand going forward.
A lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat, as the heat comes in. Typically that will go away in April. We're in great shape, though.
Over the past few hours, fresh cases have been confirmed in countries around the globe. The number of cases worldwide of the new coronavirus is now more than 80,000 across 36 countries.
The number one priority from our standpoint is the health and safety of the American people.
About the cruise ship, has a decision been made?
They would like to have the people come off. I'd rather have the people stay, but I'd go with them. I told them to make the final decision. I would rather, because I like the numbers being where they are. I don't need to have the numbers double because of one ship. That wasn't our fault.
How would you describe how the White House has handled the outbreak so far?
Not ideally. There were mixed messages at first from the president, and that was confusing. He seemed to believe the virus wasn't a big deal.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
But then the stock market went down, and then he came out strongly, and now he makes a point of emphasizing that his early action in stopping non-US citizens from coming from China was a key factor in keeping the virus from arriving earlier.
The president really deserves incredible credit. Thanks to the president's historically aggressive containment efforts, we have really been able to keep the risk to Americans low right now.
So the messaging was not clear, and it quickly became intensely political, and that confused people, many of whom do not have that much trust in government anyway.
We need an administration that is capable of not only getting out what is needed in this country when it's needed, but also telling people the honest truth, and that was not happening.
Then we saw them move quickly to boost confidence, step it up with the high-level task force, and President Trump has been having meetings every day.
My administration will take all necessary steps to safeguard our citizens from this threat. We're ordering a lot of elements that, frankly, we wouldn't be ordering unless it was something like this, but we're ordering a lot of different elements of medical.
And Congress, just a few hours ago, came to an agreement on a roughly $8.3 billion of emergency funding, and that will be signed by the president in a couple of days. It includes more than $3 billion for the research and development of vaccines, therapeutics, and diagnostics, as well as $2.2 billion for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC. But that is only happening now, and only half of that money will be dispersed within about 30 days. Of course, it's better late than never, but it could also have been done much earlier.
Globally, about 3.4% of reported COVID-19 cases have died.
Well, I think the 3.4% is really a false number.
By comparison, seasonal flu generally kills far fewer than 1% of those infected.
This is just my hunch. Personally, I would say the number is way under 1%.